Red one it is. Welcome. As said, here I am. What can I do? Hola. No Espanol, no. Hello, Gabriel. Red for love. Why not? That too. Inglés, solo inglés o finés. No. Card what I have today. 9 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. Kind of inevitable place when you get there. I think there is not much more than to move forward. I think you work too hard to stay. You kind of can give up everything, but you're not going to. So you're coming from the 8, like building your stuff, and it's sort of like it can be also like about maturing to the next stage. Maybe you're in adolescence and you become an adult, or from an adult to a like more experienced, mature person, or something like this. But that it's like this person is, you can see there's like a manor or castle in the background, so this person is there sort of like it could be something like she just needs to walk inside to receive the position or the reward or the medal or the thank you speech or the certificate or whatever. That would be the stuff. Maria, hola, will I obtain a comprehensive scholarship by a bank or program? Let's see. So Maria is, here we go, we see when we're happy with the shuffle, move a little bit, just matches. Will I will. Well, that's a nice way to put it. I will obtain comprehensive, sort of. Ask something else. Okay, but first one for Maria. Will I obtain comprehensive scholarship by bank or a program? Let's see what we can find in the cards. Basically. Oh, there was part of my forehead missing from the picture. Okay, let's see. Well, I would say it's very probable that you will receive a scholarship, which is, yeah, comprehensive scholarship. I would say yes. I think this will be related that somehow in the decision making there is some kind of a male figure. I would somehow say that it would be more like a program than a bank, on my view. And this has been also endorsed by some woman. So I think the decision will be made sort of like a male figure of some sort, and you have been endorsed by some woman who is thinking that you're worthy of this. But yeah, I think I would be surprised if not, and through a program rather than a bank. And I think there might be some sort of a small complications with it, but I think that will anyway kind of come true. So I would have to say yes. And this could also mean that I think you might have been pretty sharp with this yourself before, when you have probably applied or like how you have gone about this. So I would say yes. And for you, advice for this is Eight of Pentacles. So whatever you can get from that, that should help to think about this situation and how you're gonna do it when you probably will get the scholarship. Right? And funny enough, this seems like there is a guy who is starting a work, so maybe that you can relate it to that. But Eight of Pentacles, right or right, that's the advice for you, Maria. Okay, so Gabriel, hola and welcome. Who is this person who is thinking about visiting my home? I have a feeling it's a romantic interest. Let's see. Let's see. So next one is for Gabriel. Let's see if I'll be happy with the shuffle. All right. Amen. Okay. Oi. You keep getting these. Who is this person? This is a person who will bring about change, like a major change. Somehow I would say that this is a person who has really kind of wanted to somehow get under your skin. You're welcome, Maria. I think this is a person who has maybe not so good intentions, actually. This is like, I would think that this is a person that wants to take something from you. And in the end, it leads also to the tower that you will see this situation that the person totally different. So I don't know. I wouldn't see that. Well, there could be like sort of like maybe this person has felt sort of like lust towards you, but now I think this person is after something else, and this person would be something that brings about a big change, a big transformation in things. But I think the intentions of this person itself is not very like honorable, in a sense. Well, of course, if it's related to lust and stuff like this, so in a way a romantic thing, but maybe the intentions still are kind of sort of fuck you over, like straightforward. So I would be kind of careful with this. I have to take you another card here still. Moment. Yeah, I think this is related to like sort of like whatever it's gonna be like really fast, short-lived kind of thing. So if there is will be feelings involved in this, it's gonna be like this. Let's see, what is it, Cariana? Let's see what we get from that. We take actually this one. No, I don't think it's. I would somehow have a notion that this is a man. So if you have any inclination towards, as I assume, Gabriel, that you're a man, if you have any inclination towards other men, or then maybe it's someone who is still like kind of masculine. If this Cariana is sort of like I assume that it is a she, I guess, by the name. So if she is like kind of sort of like in control of her emotion and maybe even a little bit cold, that could be her. But now I took another one with the. Yeah, well, I can just give you my impressions what I get from here. So I think it could be this angel in the end. But whoever it is, I would be on my toes. Maybe is the wrong way to put it, but I would be, paying attention to the situation, because I don't think this is, like just a nice, hey, how are you doing? I have you been fine, or maybe it looks like that, but in the end, this somebody wants something from you, and I think somebody wants kind of fuck you over a little bit, and I think they might even want to take something away from you, and something doesn't smell good in this. Yes, angel colors, you may. I will take a still for Gabriel an advice for this. Okay. So this could be also in a way that this person would do something that is that you wouldn't expect, and it will make you kind of change your perspective completely on this person, or you had a picture or an image of the person and it will come crumbling down as the tower is the result in this. Advice: Six of Swords. I would think on my you can think about it, but what do you get from this? And whatever you get is the stuff, but for me this is like steer away from this, right? Yes, Angel, go ahead, you may. Hopefully that gives you some insight, Gabriel, right? Yeah, I was also first like, Angel, oh shit, this goes bad now. Muy bien. But yeah, that would have been a bit of a coincidence. It would be the same angel in that sense. Okay. Now I'm good. Mm-hmm. Let's see if I have here anything. I have to check something on it, just. Yeah. So, angel cards, what are Eliasach's feelings towards me? What's the outcome if I tell her mine? Let's see. Are we happy with the shuffle? And what happens if you do what is that tell her my feelings? So let's see. I'm happy with the shuffle. We are not really happy yet with it, but soon we shall be. Well, I think Elias's feelings towards you are like that she, I assume it's she sees a potential in you. Like that there is some potential in you. Maybe it has not grown. I think earlier it might have been a little bit like that there is not really quite, she has not been quite sure what to feel, but I would say that this, she has kind of maybe changed her opinion, but she also sees, I think she also sees that you have some sort of maybe a bit of a mean streak going on, and she's worried about that in you. That she's not quite, she sees that there is potential, but at the same time she feels that there is like some side in you that she might be really a little bit worried about. And I think she might be also worried a bit too much about it, or like maybe it's not quite so, that it's not quite what she thinks. But there is something, she sees like some mean part of you a little bit, or something that is maybe not to be trusted. She is not so trusted, but she sees potential. Let's put it this way. But otherwise, that's I don't see too much like romance or this kind of thing here. I think it's more like potential, really. And if you would tell her your feelings, let's see, we'll take another for that. I would think that this might not be quite yet the moment to tell her your feelings, because that might sort of like be, maybe she takes it, might be thinking that it's somehow too much and it might drive her away. And again comes the same, that she could see it somehow maybe a bit pushy, and this she would be, like I said before, I wouldn't worry about it too much, but I think not timing right now is not the correct time for this. So I think she sees potential in you, but she's worried about something, what she sees in you, but it might be a bit over, that she thinks more about it than she should, that it's not so severe how she sees it. And at the moment, I would say that this might not be somehow the right time to approach her with this. That I think that could like drive her away if this is obviously what you don't want. But let's take an advice for you then, which would be this. So justice, I would say balance. Don't do anything illegal, right? Obviously. But justice, right or white, this is for you advice for your situation further still, okay? Burger Queen. Yeah, like I said, I think she might see that you have some kind of that you appear like maybe a little bit mean in some aspect. That she feels that she cannot complete. That she, like I said, she sees a potential in you, but she feels that she cannot somehow completely trust you. That she feels that maybe you are not quite honest, or maybe there's some like small mean streak in something. I think it's more about actually that she feels that you might not be completely honest, that she's worried about this. But I think she's maybe making it a little bit bigger in her head that it actually is. But that would be the matter in hand. Okay, Virgo Queen or Angel, did you get that, or you do? I don't know if I can clarify much more for that. I need some more aqua for change. Okay, let's take one more card for Angels. I think it could have something to do also, like when she sees potential, that she wants to make sure she wouldn't have to somehow, that she wants to stand on her own, and she wouldn't want to like be somehow tied to you in a way that she has to kind of like take support from you in any way. So I think she would want to be like that. She wants to make sure that she can be like, as anyone should be able to be, like independent and not leaning also on you in anything or anyone else. What did we get for you? Well, there was some advice for you. Go back a little bit and check. Now I fail to remember what was the advice, but check the advice. That should give you some idea. Yeah, okay, that kind of, if you say that at this point your friends, like I said, in this what I saw is like at least this moment, I think it would be like sort of too soon or too pushy or something, that it would probably push her further away. So I would wait. But check out the advice. Now I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was anymore myself. But if you go a little bit back, there was an advice. Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember what it was anymore. But you look at that, and whatever you get from that, that should give you like further like guidance for the situation in the end. Yeah, oh yeah, justice. So it can be about balance, or like yeah, now I remember, yes. So it can be about balance, it can be about legal matters. Obviously, you are not gonna do anything illegal, that's for sure, of course. But if you look at the card, wherever you can get from this, that there is the scale, there is how it's positioned, and has the sword on the other hand. How are the colors? So what kind of, if you ask sort of like these questions from looking at the card, what kind of vibes does it give you? So I would use that, and when you should tell. But obviously, I would say that this is not the right time. Maybe she has some other things going on for herself that she is also concerned with, and sort of doesn't need this exactly right now. Well, it occurs to me that there was the justice. So are you sure she's not married? Because at least in some countries, then doing something with someone who's married is kind of illegal even. Let's say one more. Oh, I think she might have something going on still with someone. Maybe it's something that is. I think she has something, some romantic thing going on with someone. Could be that she's kind of in between things, or that somebody's courting her, sort of. So I think if that would be the thing also, that if she has something going on, then that would be kind of going to that, and that could lead to some drama and stuff. So I think she could have something, maybe not really like a. I think somebody is kind of probably wanting the same that you are. So like competition or something like this. So yeah. Okay, but yeah, first, hey, there was Burger Queen. Are you still with us? Just wondering what's coming up between my boyfriend and me in the next few months. Yes, okay, so the next one is for you. So what's gonna come up between your boyfriend, and you in the next few months? Alright, let's see when we're happy with the shuffle. Well, and then we go to Gabriel after this. I think, well, again, this gives something indicated with the justice as well. So I think this would be a period that there's not gonna be much of a risk taking or anything. I think it is. I think it is would be a period that things are rather balanced, but there is really maybe nothing too exciting, but nothing too traumatic either. I see like one. I would be careful in this if you want to keep this kind of but still not well kind of risk-free balance thing going on. Although that won't bring any big changes, I guess, in the situation either, if that's what would you want. But I would keep in mind this, that one wouldn't engage in battles with each other just the sake of being right, because that would kind of bring about this. I think to steer away some like nonsense arguments in a way, and not insisting on your point if it's really not mandatory, because it's gonna seems to be that kind of things would, like minor things could come up, and to keep your heads up with this, I think that would help. So I think it's like a stable times. I There could be some kind of thing considering some legal matters, but I don't see that also like it would be some kind of formality of some sorts more, or like again nothing too dramatic. Could be related to money or property, but it would not be again like huge risk of any kind. But I see in the next few months minor things, and you can kind of steer away from those also if you want. And let's take an advice for you also, which would be this. Oi oi. Well, Gabriel is very familiar of this card. You get it all the time, dude. Okay, but there's the tower. So that is an advice for this situation for a few months. What's coming up? So advise how to deal with this. So for example, maybe the idea could be that don't build things on assumptions, and this could be related to the other cards that I have in here, is that some kind of arguments could arise, for example, that you assume something of someone which is just an image of you thinking or the other person thinking. So but this is kind of like an outside effect, but this is an advice still. So this is the tower from Rider White. We are trying to start a family. Do you feel any mob that stands out as to when I find out? Well, let's see if we get anything from that. That's still so still Virgo Queen to find out. Let's see if I can get anything from here. Just to put this. If I have to say in month, I wouldn't say, I couldn't say like an exact month, but I would see that this is more like spring kind of thing, right? So I would say like somewhere around April, something like this. But I hate to say exact maybe months with this, but in the spring. So maybe you need to keep trying, and maybe this is what it means for the that now it's gonna be kind of no risk taken, that you go with the program, and then things will evolve a little bit later on the spring. Love is in the air in the spring, so I guess all of it. So, but yeah, I think like springtime would be fruitful, and I see there also that will be. So why do I have here this? Yeah, Angel, I this was exactly what I was saying also, like that it could be that there's someone still, in the game, or like is still kind of present. Maybe it's not so serious, or somebody's courting, like I was saying earlier. So that would be the stuff. Well, there was the funny thing that there was, like I said, about legal matters and stuff, I guess, there, and we had the justice there, so that there could be nothing too risky in a way. So I guess you've been thinking about that also kind of carefully. Well, let's see if we can get something for the new home business as well. And then we go to Gabriel, right? Well, funny enough, this is one of the cards what was in the reading when I was putting there. This is still for Virgo Queen. About the house, new home. I think this could be coming up like kind of soon, in the next couple of months, because this was one reason what I said that this is a little bit like a situation that is not in the relation, nothing maybe too like traumatic. Of course, if you consider getting new home would be a really traumatic difference, but somehow I get the impression it's not. You say you go been through a lot as well. So I would say like, yeah, I would say the next couple of months, like you asking what's gonna come between you, that could be, I think, yeah, the new home could appear, and I think it should be also with this probably kind of well thought of thing, and it won't be like a impulsive. I think that will be also partly will be like more like a safe investment sort of on my what I get here. Yeah, well, obviously you have to do things which you probably, if you have been through a lot and been in the planet for a while, you have to do things to get pregnant. I know, I have one kid. We had to do things to get pregnant. Or actually, my girlfriend was pregnant. I wasn't literally, but it was a bit difficult for me to manage in the beginning. But then, yeah, I got better. But yeah, it of course depends on yourself. In the end, everything. So this what I'm telling is like, this is a suggestion what will happen. What I get from the cards is not carved in stone. So your actions matter. So there are things that needs to happen to get pregnant, right? Nice things. Beautiful, nice things. Fair enough. Okay, and now Gabriel. Now you're welcome. And now I will say, I'm not saying that you should subscribe, people, but you should subscribe to our channel, right? Fair enough. My name Gabriel. A general thing about issue. Alright. No. And this is like, that was, the subscribe thing was like basically for everyone who is there hearing my words in the digital ether. But Esi and you, yes. So generally regarding freebies and all. Well, let's see what we can get from here. Here would be. I think Esi is at the moment somehow in some sort of like estimating and checking the situation, and I see more like you're somehow, I get the impression that you are kind of walking the other way, right? That you both are looking for the future, but you have, I get this impression that you have your back turned like for her, and I don't know, I get this impression that there is something still that ties you together, that you are somehow like, I don't know, I don't know if I would say dependent on each other, but that you are like, sort of like a little bit chained to each other. Like, if you think about it, like, I have here a hierophant, so you can be bound by sort of religion, or it can be that sort of relating to the devil and you are chained by other matters. And that and but somehow, yeah, I see that she would be like still estimating this, and I see that you are really like a little bit walking away. And also, like, there could be some kind of like a fruitfulness between your relation at the moment, but in the near future I see that it will go a little bit to this, that nobody kind of wants to say much of anything in this, that there is something present. But yeah, I get the impression that you are turning your back to her and walking a little bit away from this. Maybe you concentrate on work, and then I don't know. So let's take an advice for this. Hopefully it's not the tower. Oi! It's the hermit. You've seen, I think you got this also a few times. So introspect, I don't know how the word is said, but you know, to search sort of the light from yourself. But it's the hermit. So I guess the answer is introspection. Thank you. I was kind of going there, but didn't quite manage now. So this, and yeah, and what you are doing in your subconscious, and if you think about it, in these cards, the strength is before, which is a struggle. So I think somehow on your case, the struggle has, you kind of, at the moment, I don't know if you have sort of lost the beast, what is in the strength, but you have incorporated it in yourself, so it's not really lost. Now I think I would go on forever, but this is your advice, the hermit, right? Thank you. Let's see, what was the... Well, how I put the cards and how I see it there is that I see that between you there is some kind of like you are bound together in some way, or chained together, or like you are kind of dependent on each other in some way. I think maybe she's estimating that, and maybe she's estimating what you are doing as well. Maybe she sees that you are somehow going away a little bit. And that. We, uh-huh. Well, good luck with that. I think it was discussed at some point with some reading. That's really good. just heard like on my neck, but yeah, so it was a pretty good bout. Fair enough. Where we at here? Because we have served everyone so far. Well, what I saw there was like, I think she also would be seeing, sort of like literally seeing your back in a way that maybe she was thinking that you are like moving like further from her. So I don't know if that would be a reason for her to go after you or however it is with your relation in the end, but I think she would be like literally watching your back while you are going the other way. So I don't know if she would be even caring that much if you would be with someone else, but maybe that would not be the concern. I think the concern would be like I said, I think she is estimating that was one, so I think it's kind of goes to the fire section and it's kind of strong feeling of this. So it's because it's wands and not the sword, so yeah, I think it's more like a feeling. This kind of more like a pretty strong vibe of this. Maybe even a little bit like, but she was still like in this card. It's when it's the wand. What gives me this, which is the page of wands. The person is not extremely worried, but it's more like, or maybe it's worried. It's worried, but it's not really showing. It's more a little bit cocky and like seeing the situation, but maybe still being anxious at the same time with worry. So, but yeah, it's more like a feeling than a like a thought kind of thing. Well, I think there is like the ground is fruitful for this because and maybe if there is a possibility of, well, like I said, you seem to be linked together, chained together, bound together a little bit. Well, let's see. Oh yeah, funny. I was thinking what was the card that was there, which was the like near future, and it was this. So I think I think probably would have to be rather open about it and get sort of creative about it, like change in a way in approach. Because in the end, this I think in the near future would lead to this that maybe nobody wants to admit really and wants to keep kind of secrets, for example. And it's about memory and sort of like a spiritual knowledge and God knows what other things. Because I think at the moment seems like it's fruitful the situation, but this is where it's heading to, which is like for me what I get impression in this situation with the other cards would be that it leads to more like this kind of situation that I'm gonna keep it to myself and she's gonna keep it to herself, and then it's not really moving anywhere, kind of. But yeah, I would say to get creative. And also, it was the Empress there, so sort of is linked to the death, so it's linked to change and things like that. So it probably would need something bit kind of major. I don't think, like, you know, sending flowers would kind of cut it, right? So and I think it would have to be rather sincere and, like, honest. And if there was some issue why you are not with her and you want to be, hi, blah, okay, cool. So maybe she would be expecting that to change. If it can, if you want to, that's another thing. Yeah, blah. So basically, yes, you can. And nice to say hi. That was good. Very polite. So you put a question in the chat, and I will see what is in the cards for you. So I'm gonna be here a little while still, then I have to go reconstruct my head. I have some kind of budding headache a little bit. And to get some sleep and wake up to the bloody snow blizzard of tomorrow. We got, like, I don't know, ridiculous amounts of snow here in the north. Hey. I would like to know if house in Harrow is a gone one for my son and I. Okay, I was thinking good. Then I start make some connections, like, am I just not understanding you saying something very elaborate? Okay, I would like to know if the house in Harrow is a good one for me, my son and I. Okay, fair enough. I was thinking, you know, like, okay, is this house is something that you already lost because you wanted it, or something like, oh, you start to make a lot of things. Okay. All right. So, okay, let's see. I would like to know if house in Harrow is a good one for my son and I. All right. Fair enough. It has to be this. Well, I think this place would be something that would bring about some struggle, and would have to figure things out. But eventually, I think it would be fine. But that would require some kind of effort to solve the place and see what it's about, and maybe it needs some work, or where it's located. Uh, so I don't know if you're running away from something with this to go there. So basically, that would be. I think it will be a little bit of a struggle, but it ends up being a fine place. And for you, well, advice would be this for this the Fool. So whatever you can get from that, in the end, would give you more. And this can of course mean many things, whether you know about the cards or not. But whatever you get from this could be good for this situation. So for me, I would say that this would indicate, yeah, that could be probably a good start for this. But I think there might be some issues with this that requires, I don't know, maybe it could be that, I don't know, if your son wants to be there, for example, and if it's a really new neighborhood or something, if you would kind of feel lonely there for some reason. And if you are going kind of running away from something that is going to catch up with you, in a sense that you have to deal with that anyway. So this is what I get from this. I don't think, yeah. Well, the struggles here is not clearly indicated to that, but if you have one, they probably would follow. I think this would be more in general some sort of a struggle with something, and finding a balance sort of in life. But I think in the future it would end up being still good, but it might be a bit difficult to settle in sort of in this. But anyway, the Fool was the advice, so in a sense, I guess it would be a fresh start in many ways. For example, yeah, good luck with that. I think even if there will be some struggle, it probably would be then sort of worse in here than it actually is. You're welcome. Hopefully it gives some kind of clarity for the situation. But yeah, I am kind of finishing up for today, and well, what is S's main reason for not talking to me? Yeah, you kind of got this on the nick of time. What is S's main reason for not talking to me? So okay, Gabriel, we do this, and then I'm blowing off the candle. Can you say I'm blowing off the candle? I think that I would say that probably it is that she feels that she has not been treated quite the way that she should be. And I think that's probably the main reason for this, why she's not talking to you. Which is not maybe a huge surprise. Sounds like a cliche, I guess. But I would get this impression that she hasn't really been treated as the queen that she thinks she should be treated. As a queen that she should be. I don't know how to formulate it. And I think she's sticking at the moment, at least, to this. Okay. Okay. Yakari, the future. Ask away, and then you are the last one, and then I will be off. So, Yakari, the future, go ahead. What are Mackenzie's thoughts about me, Emily? Butterfly, hi. Boy, What are Mackenzie's? So, Yakari, the future, this is for you. What are Mackenzie's thoughts about me? We have to shuffle a few times. Okay. You may, and I will answer you. And okay, Yakarida and Butterfly, and then I'm out. Gotta be. But yeah, what are Mackenzie's thoughts about me? Gemini and Leo. Mackenzie's thoughts about me. Let's see what we can get here. Well, I think this Mackenzie feels that there is some opportunity with you, and but that requires somehow like a interaction in a way that both. I think it's looking for giving you something, but also like in the same way that would be very happy to receive something from you, even literally. And I think this person says that there is like some sort of a idea or depending what kind of relation you have with this person, that there's like a some sort of raw, passionate thing. It could be related actually to many things, but that this person sees a big opportunity with you. But it's somehow like it's more like this, that still thinking that wants to give you something, but sort of wants something back. And this situation with this person will lead to this, that things will kind of come sort of crumbling down in a way that the person's, if this is not met how this person wants, that it will lead to some kind of like a crumbling of an image about you, right? Take a few more for this. So I think this person wants to somehow move up in the world with you. I think it's like looking for some sort of a celebration, but being a little bit worried, getting sort of stuck. And advice for this, I would call this the magician of fire, for example. But three of wands. So maybe to look for opportunities and see what's up there. Okay. You're welcome. May I ask what is going butterfly? May I ask what is going on between H and O? Yes, let's see that. I'm happy with the shuffle. What's between H and O? Between H and O, there is some kind of like also like both parties are sort of wanting to get something from each other, and I think there could be like a nothing very serious, but some kind of like I would put it also like a little bit like some sort of codependency kind of working up, dealing concerning this, that they kind of want something from each other. This is what I see, and H is somehow thinking that there is like a lot of different options how this what they have between them could go down, and O is thinking that there is like maybe like one option to, for example, be together. But I think at the moment the emotions are still kind of controlled in this. So I don't think there is anything very serious going on there. And I think both parties are somehow worried, a little bit worried about even this, that they are looking, they kind of need and want from something from each other, and the feelings are kind of controlled and kind of stable, but the both of them are worried still about that they are in this situation in the first place, that they kind of need and want something from the other. Well, fair enough. That kind of like gives a little bit light to what I said, what I got from the cards. Maybe they are concerned if they do work together, maybe they are a little bit that there is something. But I think it's a little bit like the other person, the H is thinking that, yeah, it could be, and then O is maybe more the one who would probably like to be more serious. But at the moment, I don't think, at right now, it wouldn't, I don't see it turning to like more serious thing. Maybe they are worried because if they work together that could bring about problems. But the worry what they have is also a little bit bigger than the actual reality, if anyone would care, or would it affect their work or otherwise the life. But at the moment, I think, no, I don't think they're gonna turn serious. It's like the other one doesn't quite want it, the other one kind of wants exactly that, so that's the stuff. Hopefully that makes some sense. You're welcome. Doi doi. Okay. we take Doi still, and then I'm gonna turn off the. I'm gonna put out the candle already. Otherwise, I am going to be something. Me Libra, him a Gemini. What is he thinking about me? Thank you. Doi, we do this for you still, and then I'm gonna start to finish up. And hey, thank you for donating. Feel free to do it. There's instructions on the screen through PayPal. You can contact us on dstonerocks@hotmail.com. We do sell nowadays, and been selling these before as well, actually, the runes and sigils and some artwork made of carbon stone. All the stones are individuals gathered from our travels, mysterious. Not one is the same. So also we can make you a private reading. Contact us through email. We can do it through WhatsApp. We can check it out if you have just one question, you want to do it when we are not on live. Obviously that's not going to be free. But if you want any further information, you want to keep some feedback, you want to ask anything, send us an email. Again, we've been able to answer everyone so far, and we've been putting out few our necklaces. It's really nice. Thank you for ordering. Thank you for participating. And then finally we're gonna go to Doi. Me Ibrahim Gemini. What is he thinking about me? Thank you. Very polite. Thank you. So when we're ready with the and happy with the shuffle, let's see. I think the Gemini is sort of at the moment thinking of taking some distance from you. That's what I see. And but I see that you have, I would say that you have also some kind of like a bond between you, like some sort of like you are maybe chained together a little bit. You're sort of like maybe dependent on each other. But this is, I see at the moment that this person is thinking to take some distance from you, and for some reason I would say that this person is maybe not at his best at the moment either. But in the near future, I think things would kind of balance. So, but at the moment, I think this person is looking to distance himself from you. So maybe this is like this. Maybe there has been some kind of like I think it's karmic as hell. Yeah, in a way that, but I think this whole situation with everything is about, in the near future, is about to get like a little bit more like reasonable. So this is more like, I don't think this is like a permanent thing. Maybe this person needs space or like this. Let's take an advice for you for this situation. In a sense, what I said and what further to think about it. Some food for thought, so that would be the sun. No other than the sun. Right or white, the sun. So if you know the cards well, feel free to interpret it how you want it, or if you don't, that much. Whatever you get out of this would be, for example. And the near future would be bringing about this. I will show you this. So temperance, red or white. So for me, it feels like balance, and if you feel that's the answer and the guidance for you for this situation, and say the sunny days are coming, and there is indicating for with this for me that it's things are like balancing and like evening up. So if the person is taking the distance, I don't think that would be a minor card there. So I would think that's more like now, and then in the future, I think things look more bright. Of course, if you want this person to take a distance from you, that's another thing. But okay, people, I don't know, humanoids, fellow creatures, again, feel free to subscribe. I'm not saying that you should subscribe, but I'm saying that you should subscribe in general. Okay, if you like the channel, subscribe, make a donation, send us an email. And Doi, thank you for coming to the channel. And now I am gonna be off. So maybe tomorrow, maybe soon anyway. But anyway, I would like to say thank you, be safe, and see you in the future.